Okay, hey everybody. Super quick update. Yesterday, as my video showed, I was feeling like kind of frantic, frustrated. I was in like fear and doubt and worry, and basically, I was just kind of in a funky state. And today, I went to the fair and I had a really good day. I got sunburned all to hell, but today it really, I just wanted to share something that happened, two things that happened at the fair. Um, a great day, totally worth the sunburn. Two things that happened that just, man, knocked me right back in alignment, which is what I so needed, right? Um, First of all, I don't know. I was just feeling good, and I was walking among the crowd of everybody else that was at the fair, and I saw this girl, this random girl that had a shirt on that was the title. Her shirt said the title, the original title of my book. I'm on my third and final title right now, but my first title was To Be Yourself. And she had on this stranger had on this black and white shirt, and it was a butterfly, half of it was black and half of it was white, and it said To Be Yourself. And I was like, oh my God, that's my book. It's not. It was To Be Yourself, and then I was going to call it All the Butterflies Were Monarchs. Um, and now I've gone to like a third title that I know it's like the right one, but I was like, oh my God, that was what I was going to call my book. And I just picked it straight up and put it in my heart as a sign, and a symmetry, a sign of symmetry that I am, in fact, in alignment. Um, and I'm going to be okay. When I get scared about the powers that be, or the powers that were, hopefully, the powers that were, and scared about the future and what's going to happen, or fuck it, what is happening. I mean, it's not even like speculation. It's like clearly the plan, as I see it. But still, yet when I get in that fear state, I get out of what I know to be true, and that's like just a huge takeaway. Like the point of life is to live it from just do follow your soul, follow your soul's passion. And when you keep that in mind, you will find out what it is, and you will live in that alignment. Do what you want, but what you want is from your soul. And I think we're taught and we're told and we're busy and really trip ourselves up doing what our ego wants. And it's our ego that tells us, to be an addict, to do drugs to excess. And then when you become an addict, you're doing what your addiction wants. You're not doing what you want. You're not even doing what your ego wants at that point. You're doing what your, addicted, controlled ego wants. It's disgusting. But, we're just taught to live from every way, every perspective, but ourselves and but our soul's purpose, because they just want to keep us in this state of like weakened, lack. And when we don't live from our ego, it's like, God, it's like the only perspective we can have is fear and unworthiness and just lack. It's like really all those three things, as far as I can see, when we're not living in alignment with our soul. I mean, this is like from 100% personal experience, because I feel like been living, period, for the past 5 years. I've only been living for 5 years, and I'm 39. I didn't start living until I was 34 at all, because in the whole time, from cognizant memories to age 34, or cognizant thoughts, I guess, and memories to age 34, it was just living as I was taught from my ego, which is like constantly comparing myself to everyone and everything else. So it was like this not measuring up, comparing myself to the outside world. It was lack and not measuring up, lack and unworthiness. And, coming from a fear based state, which is also comparing, myself in terms of trying to find my place, or navigate my place in the outside world, which is just terrifying. It's always death and destruction, and things are getting worse. And, So it's just like fear, lack, and unworthiness, and that's coming from the ego. But since I've been living and attempting to live from the soul, you know, my God, it's just like I see these symmetries, and it's just these tiny little like whispers and breezes and winks of like, okay, you're on the right track, the right path. She would have been walking by me. I would have seen that shirt and paid it no mind at so many other points, in the past. But now that I'm living in alignment and beginning to, I can actually like pick up what the universe is putting down, and just be like, okay, I am on the right track. I am okay. I cannot not be okay as long as I live from the heart, which is from the soul, which is in alignment, and it's not like when I got sober, I thought that. I didn't think, oh, this is what I'm going to do. I need to live in alignment, and this is what that alignment is. I didn't think about it like that at all. I just thought, okay, living from everyone and everything else isn't working. It never did, but now that's not going to work for me one mother effing second longer. I need to do something different. I just need to do me. And what that meant day one in sobriety, like it, for those of, if anybody's watching this who's like, well, I don't know what the hell alignment is or what I want to do, just know that early on in your sobriety, like nobody knows. But what I did know was that I was just going to live and do what felt right from the heart and take it from there. And when you are early in recovery, if you're anything like me, that meant, doing the little things like getting Tom's toothpaste, getting a job, getting gainful employment. That was a goal, just working part-time minimum wage at the deli. My God, I could not have been more grateful for that job. I thought I had found it. I was going to retire from the deli, and I was happy about it. And it's like doors open up, but you just have to know that you're worthy of seeing and living and being the type of person who stands in front of a door and opens it, or allows it to be opened, however you want to look at it. So I saw that shirt. I was like, man, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. The fear and the sky is falling, and those videos, yeah, I do believe they are trying to kill us. I do believe the entire point of a consumer capitalist society is to tell us that we are unworthy, undeserving pieces of shit, basically, who need X, Y, and Z, fill in the blank with whatever product or, snake oil that these people are selling, that we need whatever it is to be complete, to be better, to be, keeping up with the Joneses, whatever. I do believe that, but that's nothing new. All I can do, and I had that beautiful example reiterated to me today. All I can do is be in alignment. All I can do is do me. And doing me is not from the ego, is not from, this fear-based negative state. It's from my heart. You're not going to be negative and fearful and downtrodden and feeling unworthy. You cannot feel those lower level emotions for an extended period of time when you are living from the heart, because you have to know your worth and value yourself and say, I'm going to do me, and do it. You have to have that baseline of knowing yourself and getting to know yourself and having that self-respect to even be able, to live in that, the potential for that alignment to begin with. So the second thing that happened, in summary, the shirt, to be yourself, beautiful reminder. The second thing was I saw Mark from the Soft White Underbelly. Oh my God, the one time I went to the state fair all year, the first time I had been to the state fair since 2012, I happened to see Mark stand there, and I was like, holy shit, hey, it's Jamie, Cautionary Tales. He was like, oh wow, you look really good. You look really good. And I was like, yeah, I've actually lost like 15 pounds, things are looking up. And I asked him if I could give him just like 10 chapters, 10 pages, like the first 10 pages, of my book, and to get some feedback. I don't have anyone in my life that I can, that can give me feedback. I have a couple really good friends, but still, it's like, they're your friends. What can they really say? I think it's awesome. I think it's amazing. But, if he actually reads it, responds, and gives me honest feedback, that would be amazing. So we just caught up for a minute. I thought, man, that was serendipitous as well. I just took it as another. He was actually filming the Whitakers. Of course, at first I was like, really, side note, I was really upset, like months before I ever submitted to Mark. I was really kind of upset that, of course, he found like this incredibly sad inbred family in West Virginia. It's like, wow, way to perpetuate the stereotype. But in watching the videos and seeing the result of the videos, I don't think it was coming from a gawking place or a negative place or like a stereotypical place. I think it was coming from the right place. So but anyway, I just wanted to share that I could not get in the shower. I could not go to bed after posting the video, there's no I in New World Order, my other video. I had to share that because it's like, man, we are going to be okay. We can be okay. It's up to us. If we live in alignment through self-love, through autonomy, just through being ourselves, to be ourselves. That's all that we can do. It's a Soundgarden song, "To Be Yourself Is All You Can Do," or actually Audio Slave. But anyway, y'all have a good night.